Cette semaine, Madame et Série prend une très grosse claque devant la nouvelle superproduction de HBO.
Welcome to Westworld. No orientation. No guidebook. All our hosts are here for you.
Westworld, un parc d'attractions hallucinant dans lequel les visiteurs peuvent jouer aux cow-boys et assouvir leurs plus bas instincts grâce à des androïdes plus vrais que nature.
It was like Fantasyland. I mean, you go to a theme park and you can like shoot people and make love to prostitutes and not feel guilty about it, you know, maybe, depending on who you are, because they're not real. They're not human. I mean, you can like be totally amoral and go against everything you kind of believe in and like explore what that's like, and that's a rather interesting proposition.
Attendue depuis plus d'1 an, la série revisite Monde Ouest, un western futuriste écrit et réalisé par Michael Crichton dans les années 70.
4, on 3, on 2, activate now.
Un film qui a profondément marqué Jonathan Nolan, producteur avec J.J. Abrams de Westworld.
Go on. You say something, boy.
Kill them.
Your move.
I saw the film as a kid on a VHS copy that my older brothers had carelessly left lying around, and it scared me straight. Still have nightmares about Yul Brynner. J.J. Abrams reached out to us about the possibility of reimagining the film as a series. And when we looked at it again, the original film, obviously most memorable for its mood and for Yul Brynner and the paranoia of it and that great 70s mold, but it's also packed with ideas.
In this world, you can be whoever the fuck you want.
What appealed to me was that Jonah was going to take essentially just the basic concept, which is we're reaching a time in our real world where we are creating artificially intelligent consciousnesses, and the ethics behind that, and do those AI have the potential to evolve as we did over years and years and years, hundreds of years, you know, and then just the existential crisis that not only the humans have but the hosts have, because they have to have some degree of consciousness and awareness of themselves.
Dreams mean everything. They're the stories we tell ourselves. Of what could be, who we could become. Hello, Dolores. Do you know where you are?
I'm in a dream.
Tell me, do you know what this dream means? I wonder. Have you been dreaming again, Dolores?
Maintes fois repoussée à cause de sa complexité, Westworld n'a pas fait que jouer avec la patience de ses futurs fans. Elle a aussi bouleversé la vie de ceux qui y ont participé, et l'actrice Evan Rachel Wood peine à sortir du monde sans limite de la série et de son personnage, la fragile Dolores.
She's my favorite character I've ever played because it was like acting Olympics. You know, we had to figure out how these characters moved, what the transitions were going to be. As an actor, you just have to ask yourself so many more questions than you normally would when you're playing a robot, you know, and one based on real technology.
I'm terrified. I feel spaces opening up inside of me. Like a building with rooms I've never explored.
You know, I'm like, do I squint in the sun? Do I sweat? Is this how I process this? How do I interpret this? Like, what am I really thinking? Am I thinking? And asking all those questions was fun, but also I think the most challenging part, but my favorite part, was finding those moments when they're in, we call it analysis mode, like how the show opens up, where they're kind of in sleep safe mode, so they can't, you know, they're kind of stuck, they're imprisoned, and finding the transitions between, like, you're in a panic attack and then 2 seconds later there's a voice command and you're in full character mode and you're fine, you have your accent, or you're in computer analysis mode. And I feel like I had to play 10 different characters on the show wrapped into one, and to be able to switch to each one on a dime.
Comme aucune autre série auparavant, Westworld explore les dangers possibles de l'intelligence artificielle. L'homme court-il à sa perte, à trop vouloir imiter la vie, Jonathan Nolan et sa bande s'interrogent.
We were interested in a moment in which humans are able to create their own realities and control them and populate them and interact with them however they choose. What happens to a place where you live without limits, supposedly consequence-free? Are you real?
Well, if you can't tell, does it matter?
The concept of artificial intelligence and can it take us over? And are we now entering a new age? All those great philosophical, sociological ideas that maybe this is the beginning of a whole new human species. I don't know. I mean, in Ray Kurzweil, I was working on a thing where we could actually go on living forever. Now that may sound like Looney Tunes, but I've read his theories that we could prolong life. But then you think, well, what's the purpose of it? Because we'd be so overpopulated, we'd have to take rockets and colonize other planets.
This behavior, we're miles beyond a glitch here.
What are your drives?
To meet my maker.
Now it's becoming more of a reality, and now we're really having to look at ourselves and who we are as a species and what legacy we're leaving for ourselves. And if we create artificial intelligence that's modeled after us and they surpass us, they will be left with the question of whether or not they even want to be modeled after us. And I think they'd be so much more evolved that we would be a threat. And that's a scary thought. And I think we're just delving a lot more into that, and we're taking it much, much farther than the original film.
I think there may be something wrong with this world. Something hiding underneath. These violent delights have violent ends.
Évidemment, la série la plus attendue de la rentrée est sur OCS City le lundi à 21h55.